Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay.
Hello. I'm just setting up the other camera now. We can try and have two going and see what's what. We'll see how that works. I don't know where that noise is coming from. I reckon. Why is that coming out of there? I'll just turn the sound down. We'll get there in a minute. I have turned the sound down, haven't I? Silent mode on. Right, that shows the table. That shows the table over there. And I will cut myself off on that one. And we'll see what's still in there. Ish. Can you hear a noise? Do you hear any bad whistling noise? How's that? That seems to be working. No. It's almost like they're communicating with each other across the room. Can you hear that noise? Let me just, I'm going to switch on to the chat for a second to see if you can hear that noise. Because the only other way is for me to turn the volume down. I did. I turned off the sound on that one. Let's turn this one down. See, that's got rid of the noise completely. Although, I don't really need to hear myself, do I? Okay, that works. Socks. Fine, okay, cool. So, boy, I'm sweating already. So, hello, Chris. Thanks so much. And I have absolutely no idea who's out here, so if you want to draw my attention at all, Chris, and you're about, because I'm not expecting you to just sit there all the way through this, by the way. But if you whack up the comment thing on the screen like you just did, that I'll at least see that. Otherwise, I'll won't, because I can't see any messages. Having the two of them going. Whoa, I'm knackered, I am. So how are we doing? I wanted to bring you this video because it incorporates a couple of different bits of news. So it's also a bit of an update. I might even put update in the title afterwards. Because it is a bit of an update as well. Because this is showing you, not just telling you, but this is me showing you, as always, what I'm doing, where I'm going, and how we're getting along. Now, not too long ago, I was talking about the silver proofs at the Beatrice Pot Shop and how they've got for 25 quid. And I said that there can only be a couple of reasons for that. One is that they're going under and it's a fire sale. Two, that they spent so much money on them, invested so much money on them, and got stitched up by the Royal Mint that they need to sell them off and recoup the cost, and are therefore selling them at half the wholesale cost, which is a bit unlikely, really. Or another option is that they got them so cheap off the mint that even knocking them out at 25 quid, they're not losing money, or they're not losing too much money. I mean, if you was to assume they're not losing money and they're just selling them out half price, 25 quid, and they're not losing any money, then how much did they buy these silver proofs for? How cheap did the Royal Mint go? And of course, that begs the question, if you can do that price on one silver coin, you can do that price on them all. You can't. It would be outrageous to fluctuate that much. I mean, imagine that they're not losing money at 25 quid for a second. Maybe they're costing 20 quid then, if you took it down a bit, right? That's still 2.5 times more than that is the wholesale price. They're 50 quid each. So anyway, you can see them. You can only see a little bit of this. So let's come over here a bit, so you can see a bit more of that desk. Right. Now then, so I said to everybody, if you got the money, get in there. So no lose gamble. Get in there quick. If you got the money, get in there. Get yourself some silver proofs, because you'll never get them at that price ever again. Not unless the mint is going to miraculously half the price of all their silvers. And so a lot of you did. You took my advice. You steamed in there like a ferret up a drain pipe, and you bought loads and loads and loads of their silvers. And that's good, and I'm really pleased. Because here's the thing, when it comes to making money out of this kind of stuff, you can't really, even though it's a good deal, and it's a brilliant deal, you can't really make money out of this until they're sold out. Because for as long as they've got them in stock, people are just going to go, well, you can get them at the Beatrix Post shop for 25 quid, so why should I pay you more? So no matter who you are, if you've got these coins, if you've invested money in these coins, you know, that investment will not start to take effect until they're cleaned out. Once they're cleaned out, they haven't got any more, you can't buy them anywhere else in the world at that price, then the price will start to increase. That is the law and the rule of supply and demand. For as long as the supply is there, then the demand is low because the price is low, because you can keep getting them. But as soon as that supply is gone, that's when the demand goes a little bit higher, the price starts going up. So now, how have I managed to do to do these sorts of turnarounds and jump arounds? Well, I'll be completely straight with you. I've fallen through every single loophole there's been. Your mic is muted. Mic unmuted. Don't know why I did that. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I've fallen through all the loopholes, all the grants and all the rest of it. I didn't know. And then I came across this bounce back loan. So I bought into that and I borrowed some money. Now the thing with the bounce back loan is, you're not supposed to get the bounce, from what I've read, you're not supposed to get the bounce back loan and go paying off debts with it. A little bit maybe, but not too much. You've got to use the bounce back loan in order, and working capital in order to make money, so that you can keep your business going, and also, important for them, be able to pay the loan back over 6 years. So I've bought into that, and that's where the working capital has come from, that and selling the shares. So now what I've done is I've taken my own advice, and I've essentially cleaned them out of all the silver that they've got. So if you go on and have a look at their website, there shouldn't be any silver there. Now we're going to see what we got. So I can show you. I can show you what's coming up every week. Every week you're going to be getting these. Going to be using this to give them away after establishing that on average for a silver proof like this, I think we've been taking around about the £50 cash mark. So at that, I'll carry on putting them up. We've still got winners, and that's helping us build the site. If we could give a silver proof away every day, for example, for the next year, every day, just give a silver proof away every day. Imagine the number of members that we're going to get. I keep talking to this camera. Not that it matters, I don't suppose. Another crazy idea I had was, what if we took 100 of these and just bunged them into circulation? I wonder if we'd get in the news then. Do you think the newspapers would freak out at that? Do you think after coin collecting community would freak out at that idea? So anyway, without further ado, shall we get on with it? Shall we get on with seeing what we've got? So that when I talk to you on a video about having loads of silver, you actually believe me and you know what I'm talking about. And you know because you've seen it. I mean, I like the way they've put extra tape on this, by the way. I do like the way they've put extra tape on this, but I cannot comprehend why people refuse. I think you can see this from both sides. Why people refuse to tape along the edge. You know, because if there's water about and stuff, it's going to get in there. Whereas if you tape along the edge, it's sealed. I really don't get why people won't do that. It's just so lazy. I'll keep flicking my eyes over to that screen in case there's any messages for me. So we've got to undo each box at a time. We've got to check it off. We've got to count how many there is. Wonder what sort of numbers we got. That's another thing I've been wondering. I wonder if I'll find number 1. That would be cool. To find either the start or the end. That would be quite cool. And I also thought, by having so many, and understanding the rule of supply and demand as I do, probably a couple of other things I might be able to show you. Like, for example, if I manage to find in this lot, the Queen always gets number 1. Does she get number 1 on all the coins as well? I know she gets it on the notes, but I wasn't sure about all the coins. I mean, crikey, she'd need a room just to display them all in, wouldn't she? Oh, I haven't started counting them. I need to count them. All these are all rabbits by the look of it. But anyway, what I was thinking was, what would be really cool if I had the time to somehow do it, is to go through all of these and see if I could make up sets. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because if you could make up sets all with the same number, 4 different coins, you can add an extra 100 quid to that from a value point of view. Do you know what I mean? someone would pay extra just for the sheer fact that they've got a whole set of coins all with exactly the same serial number. It would increase the value of the item. And if you didn't know that, I just taught you something else. Because it's true. And that makes it a proper set then. Now, of course, we might not have any watchers and nobody might be interested in this, but I thought maybe a table full of silver might make good content for a video. And at the same time, let you know what we're doing and the fact that we are getting back on our feet. And my predictions of about a year to 18 months is not going to be far off, I don't think. See what else we've got. Oh, documents enclosed. And I know there are those of you sometimes that like to see me work. It's a bit like popping in. It's a bit like popping in to see me at work, isn't it? And just sort of sitting down on the side watching me work. Box 5. 75. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 75. At 75 Peter Rabbits, 2019. I thought of something else funny. You could say in a roundabout way that we sort of, for a while, didn't we? We sort of owned the market in the 2019 Peter Rabbit for a while. Now, I guess, we sort of own the market a bit in the 2019 Silver Peter Rabbit. Who'd have thought? And of course now, once I've dealt with all of these, checked them all off, checked out a few for the raffles, etc., they're all going to a secret location under lock and key. So anybody out there thinking they're going to pop along and help themselves, got another thing coming. Been there, done that. We threw away that t-shirt. Box 1, 60 Peter Rabbits. And for those of you that are watching this video thinking, would I roll toffee? I don't want to watch you opening boxes. To be honest, I don't blame you. I don't think I would sit there watching somebody else open their own boxes. Unless I was interested. Mind you, this is interesting to a degree. Numbers that way. 1,225. So, 60. Look at all these rabbits. Have you ever seen so many rabbits in your life? wonder what Beatrix Potter would make of all this. Eh? What should make of it all? We've got the gold proof coming up on Friday. I just met Danielle and she came and picked up her silver snowman, so I didn't have to even post that, which was great. Big shout out to Danielle. Have a safe journey home. She's listening to us on the way home. Oh, that's just freaked a load of you out. Hey. Oh, got my dad's fingers. What's going on? It's not like in the pile up to 10. Is it? Watch the screen, no messages. What was I going to ask you? Oh yeah. Can anybody tell me what the mintage figure is of the silver Rosalind Franklin? 50p. Can anybody tell me what the mintage figure is of that? And the silver Mayflower. I haven't looked it up. Just something while we're on, you know. Because we've got the Mayflower gold £2 coin coming up this Friday. What's the mintage figure? They normally print that. They normally say what the mintage figure is straight away for the silver and gold. So maybe somebody could look that up and tell me what the mintage figure is for those two coins, both silver and gold. The Rosalind Franklin 50p and the Mayflower £2. I was reading about the Mayflower last night. Out of the original people that went on the Mayflower to get over to Plymouth, less than 50 survived. Did you know that? They all died very quickly. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought that the count looked wrong. No, I've lost the thingy. I've lost the band. We've got one without a band. Interesting. What's that? Right, so they're piles of 9. So we turn them into piles of 10, and we've got 60. Call a shaker. Whoops. Whoops the daisies. Whoa, getting big now, isn't it? Have you had it fun yet? So it'd be interesting to know, yeah, what the mintage figures is of those, because we're giving all those away, aren't we? Can you see all that lot? Cool. Can you see all that lot? Has everybody got a good view of the room? Maybe we should have it up, pointing down somehow. It's hot. For those of you that haven't tapped into the shares yet, the more I stay on my feet, the better we get, the more we get running and cracking. The safer those shares look. absolutely no way on earth we can go under now within the next foreseeable, like the next year or whatever. Like at least now I'll be working for the next year. And what I've done essentially is I've tied quite a fair bit of money up doing this. But this is really like, these are Jeremy Fishers. This is like putting money in the bank. Because it's a no-lose gamble, I can't lose money on it. 1,058, I reckon number 1,000 will be in this box. See, that's another, you know, things like that. There's good numbers to have, which then offset the actual price that you paid. If you see what I mean. There we go. There's something on the screen from Chris. $3,500. That's a good one. That's good. I'm happy with that. The Rosalind Franklin 50p is one of those 50p's that you can guarantee is going to go up in value. If any of you are wondering, from a investment point of view, whether or not to buy into the Rosalind Franklin 50p, my answer is a resounding yes. At 3,500 mintage, absolutely yes. You've got to buy into that. If you're into your coins and stuff, you've got to buy into that. These 40,000 mintage, Rosalind Franklin 3.5. No comparison. You know, in my view, when there's 15,000 or less, it's worth buying. When you've got 5,000, it's really worth buying. And then when you get the odd one come out, like this Rosalind Franklin, and it's 3,500 mintage, it's bloody well worth buying. Absolutely, definitely worth buying. So that's 3,500 for that. We want the Mayflower and the gold. What's the gold then? If it's only 3,500 for the silver, I bet the gold's not a lot. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, and $4. So if nothing else, this video, if we've learnt one thing in this video, we've learned that the Rosalind Franklin is absolutely worth buying into. 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's more, and there's more. And we've got other deliveries. Ooh. 250. Wow. Only 250. What's that going to show you? Oh, yeah. there's 1,050p there. So we're going to get some sheets done up soon. And I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 8 bags. Just there. I wonder where that sleeve's gone. So what? Sweltering. $60 and free. And we've got 3 Jeremy Fishers. A few more of those. What numbers we up to on the Peter Rabbits, do you reckon? 1,072. One rabbit, one rabbit, one. So, if you follow my advice, and if you get yourself a free entry into all our raffles over at tgbsearchraffle.com, you will win one of these. You're almost guaranteed to win, and do you know why? Because we've only just started. So if you're in right at the beginning, like some other people, you're going to have it off. The other day, Suzanne Hartman won 3 times. She won a £200 prize, a £100 cash, and what else did she win? Oh, and she won a Royal Mint dinosaur. Royal Mint dinosaur she won. Wow, this is a lot of silvers. This is a lot of Peter Rabbit. Now, when you have something like this, the secret is not to list too many. All present and correct. Did you see the video I did the other day? They could have lost a couple of £1,000 worth. They could. If you're watching, by the way, Jem, I've just seen another email from you. That's a good reminder. Thank you. Oh. If anybody says to you it's not possible we can have so many silver to raffle off, you can say, I've seen. We was there when he unpacked it and we saw it. That's the other reason I'm doing this. So that people do talk to other people. And we'll say, yeah, I watched the video, I saw him live. 48 rabbit. and 4 Jeremy Fisher. And he unpacks them all live. Jeremy Fisher. Jeremy Fisher. Jeremy Fisher. And these ones are all the Royal Mint Peter Rabbit. So Mayflower Silver 4,000, definitely worth buying into, because that goes below the 5,000 that I said. So that becomes one really worth buying into, and 400 for the gold. So come Friday, you're going to have, one of you are going to have a gold coin, of which only 400 of them were made. Now that's an interesting turn of events. I did wonder how much of the table this would fill up. I hope you're all enjoying the raffles. Hope you're all telling your friends. At the moment, you get £2.50 for every referral, and you only have to get your referral to spend £1, and you get £2.50, and then you can buy tickets for that, and win even more of these. Just make sure this is, yeah, it's the same one, Munchkin Carrot. The one thing that you won't get with the Rosalind Franklin and the Mayflower Silvers, well, I say you won't get, I'm betting you won't get it, is, you know, when they give out the vouchers, Royal Mint and that, and they do you a deal on buying a silver and stuff like that, I don't think you'll get that. I don't think you'll get it simply because they've kept them image low. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. 8 4 is 32. 2, 4, 6, 42. 7. So it's 48. Counting again. Excuse me a second. 4 in a pile. If we put 5, 6 in a pile, and what we want is 8 piles of 6. And then we know we've got the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far, 6 piles of 6. I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 8, 48. Bang on. With we've got one more. What's this down here? So get on and use your referral ID. Don't forget you can go and use a scratch card every day. You get a free scratch card every day. And you can win free goes. $45 and $14. Oh yeah, what numbers are that? 1,129. I could still have loads of low numbers in here. 2 from the end, so we're starting on file 3. It is baking up, man. I've got 2 windows open there. It is baking up. So now you know why we said that on the stream title. Looks a bit like a silver mine now, doesn't it? We could do a mock-up video of me sitting here, banging away on an anvil. Surrounded by kind of 50Ps. You see, that's not a bad idea, you know. You might think that's stupid, it's crazy, but 100 of these, how much do 100 of these cost? How much would the publicity cost? Possible. 100 silvers out and get £50,000 worth of advertising. One, two, three, so that's 30. 39. Jonathan, if you're watching, I'm a bit behind on your delivery, a couple of days, because I was waiting for some more German fishes. It took longer to arrive than I expected. Now here's another thing. What I would also do, if anybody's out there that, you know, somebody out there may very well have a few extra of the same silver, right? So if you've got silvers that I haven't got here and you want to swap, certainly for Peter Rabbits, but if you want to swap, then I'll swap you a silver. Because it will give me different ones. So I'm always up for swapsies. Cool, that was close for it. Blimey. Too much in it. do it that way. Right, so we've got those there. Taylor Grosters and Mrs. Tittlemouse. Taylor Groster, pile off. Taylor Groster, pile off. Then we come on to the big boys, the size of that pile. And now you can count how many are there are, so there's 10 in a pile. Let's count them up, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one over there. So we've got 36 of those, 360 of those, and then we're into, there's Mrs. Tittlemouse, again, there. Next to Mrs. Tittlemouse we've got Taylor of Gloucester, another pile of Taylor of Gloucester, where are we? Yeah, on the end of the table there, and in the middle of Flopsy Bunny, and then we've got some piles of Jeremy Fishers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a pile, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 of them. And as we've just counted, 48 of those. So, altogether, what did I say? 36 was it? 34. So over 400. Anyway, way over 400. So we could give a silver proof away every day for a year. And something the equivalent of that is what I'm working on. The amount of people that will bring over to the site is astronomical. So there you go. I thought you might enjoy that. You might think it's a total waste of time. You might enjoy it. I don't know. But if you did, great. And thanks for joining us on an impromptu little live. And I'll see you all another day, onwards and upwards, as Dad said. And somehow I don't think we'll be going under now, do you? Thanks very much, and thank you, Chris, and thank you, everybody, for being there. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay.